It's Wednesday and it's the Duckhook Show, and we're back for episode 2 of this week's binge watching on the Duckhook TV channel. Welcome, everybody, and for those of you who are joining us today and yesterday, thank you for your time and your patience and loving what you're watching. And for those of you only joining today, hello, welcome, and let's do it. We have plenty to talk about today. We have only reviews, which would be Royal Joburg, which happened last Thursday, and then Eagle Canyon, which happened last Saturday. For those of you who can remember what happened last Saturday, what a lacquer day or evening it was. Yaku, can you remember last Saturday?
Yes, Mas. Saturday is always a good day to have a round of golf. So Sunday you can have a good day's rest.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I can remember parts of it. So
I should have actually grabbed that video of you dancing on the table.
Yeah, as long as that doesn't go viral, huh?
It might. If the pants came off, it might have gone viral.
Yeah.
True.
Martin, you hang around for about
entertainment for the crowd, so.
Yeah, I actually hung around for a little bit. Obviously, I had reason to. And on the way back, got stopped at a roadblock.
Yeah.
And police said, "Listen, have you been drinking?" I said, No, I don't drink. He said, "No, you can go." So clearly I've got a trusting face.
Don't know why.
Let's do a prediction. If you were blown or blew, what do you think you would have blown?
I don't even know what the legal limit is, but I'm going to say when all the shots came around, I kind of like, oh, no, that's fine. Give Ian a shot. And he was all too happy to take mine.
Okay. Flicky, you missed out.
0.02.
Yeah, Maz, I definitely missed out on that one. Luckily, look, I did stay for a while, and when the shots came, I thought to myself, no, this is just going to be killing me, because when I start drinking shots, I stay, So, I think I just left in time.
Yeah. Like my Fricky master. Anyway, welcome, guys. Thank you for joining me on the show. You'll notice there's only 4 of us because Donnie was not available today, so it will just...
Yeah. Maz, do you want to know why?
Yes, I want to know why.
So we've got one dedicated duck here. So when you asked Donnie, he mentioned to you that he's got a fitting. So obviously you went then to Yaku, and Yaku is here because he cancelled the fitting. So I'm just saying that great dedication from Yaku. Yaku, thank you for cancelling your fitting with Donnie and being on the show.
So is that what happened? I didn't know that Yaku was going for the fitting. I just thought, let me ask Yaku. Okay, so that's interesting. So Donnie had a fitting, said he's going to work late, can't come on the show, and then it was Yaku, and then Yaku cancelled, so Donnie's doing nothing.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I must say I'm very considerate with my fellow ducks. So I know Donnie can spend some time with the family. So otherwise, it was a long night.
So you orchestrated this whole thing to get him a day off.
It's a lot of analysis,
let us go to the guys who are watching. Don't forget, tomorrow, Thursday, it's the Frikkie special with all the ringers and handicap managers. Who did you get so far, Frikkie?
There's lots, Lots,
No. Okay.
Lots of interest.
It's going to just be Frikkie then. Hansie, here we go. Howdy, mates. Ian, howdy, ducks. Gerard, hello, ringers and swingers. I don't know who's who. Louis says, evening, gents. Looking forward to Elements on Sunday. Fantastic. Who's playing Elements? Yaku, you playing Elements?
Yes, I do.
Moi.
First time around, so I'm looking forward. Always a new challenge for a new course. So, yeah, I think it's number 115.
Oh, nice. That's going to be great. If I could remember what Elements looks like, I would let you know, but I can't. No idea. Vickers Lee, goeienaand almal. Vickers has the esteemed pleasure of knocking me out in space of 2 games of the teams and the singles. Lekker Vickers. Graham de Villiers, hello. Brandon Fenter, hello. Gerard Besneden, hello boys. Leon, hello. Nico Kruger, thanks for watching. And it goes on. He had milk. Naz. Ooh, Fricky must have been. Ricky Pereira, evening gents. Thanks for watching, Ricky. And Mr. Alberts, never misses a show. And Raya Sunshine. Hello, dear. I hope you had a lovely day at Eagle Canyon. It was a pleasure to play with you. And boys, let me tell you one thing. She will be in contention because she hasn't played golf in a while. And I could really see how well she was playing. Graham, I'm playing Elements first. First time. Okay, another one. Lekker. Okay, well, let's get straight into it. What are we getting into? If you did not watch yesterday's show, which was the classic, I want to remind you and get some comments of what Team Tian and Team Maz looks like. So this is Team Tian. When we quickly go through it, Jaco Jacobs, you are the vice captain. Surprised?
Yeah, I must say, I think Tian is still feeling guilty of winning the playoff last year. So it's a consolation prize. So thank you, Tian, for choosing me.
Okay. You might as well go through your team for me there, Jaco.
Okay, as we know, Tian is the reigning champion, so he's the captain from Team Tian. Then we've got Ryan, Fats, Hansi, Pierre, Dave, Martin, Cornel, Rudolf, Jacomin, Marius, Edward, Granville, Simon, Peter, Simon Barrett, Jacques Ravenstein, Karuna, Dani, and Carl.
Very
So
good.
not to be biased, Maz, I think that's a very strong team. So a very good choice from Tian. So I think, Maz, you guys have a big challenge coming up on the challenge.
I think he's smoking his thoughts, Mazzo. I don't know. He doesn't know golf, eh?
Martin, what do you think of the team?
Yeah, awesome. I had a look at the lineup, and it's all the players are normally like feature up in thereabouts. But I think the one thing that's concerning me about the teams is my house and the team association. I am the only Team Tian in that entire house.
Oh, wow.
So I told them the guys are not allowed to bully me.
Okay. Sleep with the door locked, no?
Yeah, clearly. Outside, away.
Let's go through Team Maz here. And I'll tell you what, I think I have a good team. And I think Fricky's going to agree with me. This is my team. I think this is the right graph. It's not the right. It happens every time. Okay. My team. I will put that. There's a glitch with this thing. My vice captains is Werner Lebowski and Mr. Ian Holzhausen. So that's going to be the first time. And Fricky's going to be in my team. And it's going to be great. I have people who are in form, like a Leon Oosthuizen is in form.
Yeah.
Ashley Herman is in form. Right?
Correct.
Who else, Fricky?
Look, I'm not in form, but I do believe that I will play very well at the Classic.
I've got Kevin Ho.
I believe you are in form.
Kevin Ho.
You had a few bad rounds, but I think you can do it. And
Grant Nell, Gerard Gerber, all those boys are in my team. So
yeah,
I think it's good. Let's just have a look at the tee of times, just to let everybody know. Graham DeVille is also in good form. Vickers Albert's also in good form. Fricky Stein's in good form. So that's why I'm kind of like leaning towards us's. Barry Fenter can arrive when he feels like it. So
definitely with his handicap at this stage. Kevin, definitely.
From Hoppers 9, we're off on day one after we do the breakdown on the driving range, and then we go for it with Werner Lebowski, Grant Nell, Martin Tata, and Jacques Ravenstein taking away the field. It's going to be fun. I had a WhatsApp come through earlier from my vice captain, and he says, why don't we do a live type format for the top 6 scores of each house? Can I get a thumbs up?
I have to think about that first. That's a lot of admin though. Or extra admin.
Yeah,
but that's why it's vice captain.
We can have a top left 6 scores for each team, maybe. That's also an alternative that we can consider.
I do like the house thing, but then Mr. Lebowski needs to run with it because it's like you said, it's a lot of extra admin. So if you're willing to do that, then you can come up and say and give us the breakdown, Mr. Lebowski, and then we will we'll add it. Gerard, Team Maz for the win. No pressure, Mr. Martin Tata. Yes, you are going to enjoy it. Barry, what's up, boys? Okay, thanks.
Martin, sê hallo vir Liefie. Sy's ook daar so, hè?
Hello.
Yeah. Frikkie, a while back.
My fans ingeroep.
Frikkie,
yes,
a while back, I asked you about your dodgy putter, which was this one. Right? Remember that one?
I remember that one, yes.
Okay, but I found you bought another one.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Talk us through this one. It's coming. Talk us through this putter.
Listen, it's a funny one. I must be honest. I think I actually putt with the other side, anyways. Like a mini chipper for me. But yeah, it's a solid putter though, I must say.
Tell me, how big is the bottle that you have that bottle opener section's opening?
I don't think that's opening bottles, I'm just saying. No, I don't know, man. So
It's for brandewyn.
Absolutely, yeah.
You got strange things. What I want to ask you, what course is this, gentlemen? You should know. In the bushes. Anybody, don't say it out loud. If you think you know, then say it. Otherwise, let the guys down at the bottom on the chat line tell us or take a guess. No?
My guess should probably be in Limpopo somewhere.
Maybe.
No idea.
No idea. Nope. Some guys will get it. Oh, okay. Well, we'll come back to it, and they'll figure out. Right, let's hit Royal Joburg and get straight into it. This is what happened in the 8th event of the Thursday series. A great day on the West Course. This is what the top 10 look like. Scotty Hamilton from Golferade taking the win on -2 with a count back on the back nine. Edging out Eddie Ivans. Hopefully his handicap gets cut a bit now because his very steady features all the time. Jason, another fantastic run of golf. If you did not know, he won the previous 2 Thursday series, and then he was leading or close to at one stage again, and I thought he's going to make it a 3-time victory, and then unfortunately a 4-putt broke him. Donnie Geldenes, a nice finish for him, but a return to form. A few guys finishing on even par, 36 points. Vicky Stain, Grant Nell, Vix Alberts, good round from him, and some more back to form, just in time for the Classic. Kun Pretorius Sr., Eddie Kutze, and Hansi Hamann finishing in the top 10. So well done to them. This, if you want to know what Scotty's scorecard looked like, this is what it looked like. Which side did he start? I don't know. He finished on the 18th. So he started on the 1st. So he started off with a lovely 0-pointer, and he went on to win. But he made up that 0-pointer with a birdie on the 10th. But pretty steady golf, 21 points on the back nine. And that's how he edged out the victory. But nice, boys. Nice for you to see Scotty in the winner's circle.
Yeah, man. So I actually sent him a SMS afterwards and gave him a call as well, congratulating him. So I was very stoked for him. I think it's obviously his first win, and obviously being the Golferade ambassador, it's nice to see our guys taking some trophies home. So yeah, I was very happy for the guy.
3 events left, boys. It's all coming down. I'll show you what the standings look like shortly. But let's have a look and a listen to what the top 5 had to say from Royal Joburg after a very enjoyable day.
Shocked, actually. Surprising. Fluke, if anything. Yeah, good back nine. First nine was a bit of a disaster, but the back nine, and I bombed, the last 2 holes doubles almost. Yeah. I think I did a 5 on the par 3, and then on the I got a 6 on the last, but just. And I won it on the counter, so happy, super happy.
What was the best part of your game?
Putting was good today. Didn't think the greens were as quick. I expected them to be quicker with the new greens, and it actually wasn't as quick as I thought, but yeah, nice. And my sandwich, spot on. So yeah, I actually didn't expect it until they told me outside, so surprise. Very happy, very chuffed.
We had a very good 4-ball, lots of fun. The course was played in very good condition. I had a feeling that one time I could win it, but you get under pressure and you miss a few putts. A couple of putts were stiff because they weren't straight up, they were on slant, so you had to allow for so much and make sure that the speed is right. But unfortunately it just didn't work.
Beginning of the day, if I'd known I was going to go 1 under, I would have taken it. Played very nicely the first 15 holes and then just lost the plot the last 3. So, no, I'm happy enough with it. It was more steady golf today. I think there's a lot of pars which haven't been doing recently. I only made a couple of birdies, so there's a lot of pars, a couple of birdies. And only, yeah.
It was actually a good round. I shot 1 under gross on the front, back 9. Left a few opportunities out there, and unfortunately, 1 stupid shot on basically hole number 7, which cost me 2 shots. Otherwise, I could have been sort of tied for the lead up there. But I played well. Struggled with the driver, had a few punch outs, but overall it was good. I loved the greens; they were quick. Like I predicted, the bounces were a bit hard. Overall the course was good. I had fun, good 4-ball, so yeah.
I'm quite happy with the result after how many phone calls I had for the day. Could have been a lot better, but very chuffed with my score. The course was actually in a very good nick. The changes that they done, I've played it in Jan last with the new changes that I done. The course is actually playing a lot lacquer, and also the greens.
Yeah, I played very well. I shot 74 gross off a 2. Course played fantastic. The bunkers phenomenal. The 4-ball was great. It was a great competition in between us. Even, enjoyed every moment of it.
Best part you go?
Putting kept me in the game. I was spraying the ball a little bit, but the putting kept me in the game.
Yeah, not too bad. I went through a bit of a dip with my golf, but it looks like it's getting better. So hopefully it keeps up the whole year.
Best part of your game today?
I actually managed to hit a bit of fairways, but also putting. Saved a lot of long putts.
Always nice to hear from the boys how their day went. I wish I could speak to everybody, but it's just not possible. Right, let's go through the nitty-gritty of what things are. The pins, if you want to know who won the pins at the end of the day. The par 4 second was the Golf Concepts voucher, and that went to Glenn Momberg, which is Scotty's playing partner. Par 3 7th was Yandre de Tour, which was unbelievably close. And then Jamie Sherry won the Golf Parade, and that was also unbelievably close. But what I mean, like, they wrote down like 20 centimeters. So there was a lot of good shots happening on the day. Very, very good. And then Carmen from Strixon, who played with me on the 17th, almost hit a hole in one because she hit it and she was this far short. Wow.
Sure.
The guys were throwing darts on the day. Let's have a look at the 4-Ball Alliance. Who took the 4-Ball Alliance? There we go.
Yeah, let me go do that one. Paul Vickery, Frikkie Steyn, Wikus Alberts, and Edward Kutcher. 2 of them having the interview, so top 5s there for those guys on -21.
Look at that 12th hole, 8-pointer, boys.
Yes, like it, man. I'm trying to think that hole. Which one is that? Yes. Stroke 2 or 3.
Oh, that's the difficult hole. That is the stroke 2 before the par 3, yeah.
Yeah, yes. Like
So 2 made birdies and stroked. So well done. I'm going to assume, or maybe Mr. Vickery made a par, because I think he would have double stroked that hole.
that could have happened, yeah. But yeah, well done, guys. That was awesome.
Let's have a look at the par 3s. Who won the par 3s? Wim Koen Pretorius Senior. Wow. And I'm up there. I only noticed now, -3. I birdied the first par 3 that I played. I hit a 6-iron right next to it, about a meter away, and made that. I see that Hilton Button also had a good showing at -3. Also made a 4-pointer on this par 3 7. Well done, PJ Haman. Jojo is on -2. Hansi with him. Anyone else from here? No.
Mazza, what is striking there is the higher handicaps actually getting the points on the par 3s. Normally that should be a difficult one, but yeah, well done to the higher handicaps getting the points.
I see that. The higher handicaps and the older boys.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the par 4s. Freaking.
Yeah, so we've got Mr. Ivans as well, high handicap there, -3. Looking at that 4 points down 15th, which is pretty good. Mr. Gelden, who's playing over 1 handicap, -2 there. Yeah, looks like 2 birdies, first and a 16, sorry. And then Jason Ivans also -2 with a blackout. So yeah, just keep that in mind. If that wasn't a blackout, normally 2 points, he would have been on -4. And then Pity, we've got Scotty. Carmen is there as well, on even from a 4. And then Dave, yes, that's well done with 2 blackouts on even and freaking Grant.
Well done, Dave. Well done. And then finally, the par 5s was taken by Gerald van der Westhuizen. -4. So it looks like he got, what is he playing off? 17. So he made 2 birdies on the par 5s. Well done, Gerard.
That's pretty good,
That's fantastic going. Anybody else?
I think he made I played with him. He made an eagle on the last putt of the day. So sunk an eagle.
An eagle?
Yeah. Stroke 18. So I think it was 17 handicap. It was amazing. I actually walked in. I'm like, oh, nice birdie. He's like, no, actually an eagle. So I'm like, oh, sorry. Yeah, no, awesome.
On the last hole?
Yeah, that dog leg right. I think we played, I don't remember, I think it was 18.
Oh, okay. So it's the 9th that he got it. Oh, wow.
Yes. Okay.
Sure, that takes 2 very good shots to get there in 2, first of all, and then still to make the eagle. Well done. And you were nowhere, Martin, because you bomb it. Where were you?
I hit driver, 9-iron, and 2 putts for birdie. But the rest of it was a bit out. Was chicken on the other par 5s.
Do you want to see what the standings look like now?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Here we go. Jean-Andre du Toit continues to lead for the 2nd month on 234 points. But look how close it is, gentlemen. Tied 2nd. Vickers Alberts makes a jump up with that finish from 5th to 2nd. Barnes stays at 2nd. Edward Kutzak moves back from 4th to 2nd. So we've got 4 guys within 1 point of each other. Ian Holshausen is on 231 points, dropping from 2nd to 5th. Peter Prinsloo makes a 2-spot improvement. Kevin O'Grant now. Grant goes from 10th to 7th, and Donnie comes into the top 10 for the first time from 11th to 9th, and Gerard goes from 9th to 10th. So well done, boys. Like I said, there's only 3 rounds left. The next one being Ibotsi, don't forget. And I think that might sort some people out. Maybe Donnie looks at it and says, hey, I'm on form at Ibotsi. Maybe I can make a move up the ladder. But he's going to have to shoot a 42-pointer, which is going to be difficult, I think. I think.
Mazza, from my side, with that close points in the end, I think if the guys actually don't make the odd 33 points, and Donnie just coming in with his next few rounds on 36 points, I think he still has a chance. I don't think he has to shoot lights out to catch these guys. But yeah, it's all for the guys.
Okay, listen. I've got some feedback here. Vickers said Paul made a 4 and Flicky made a birdie. There we go.
At 8 points. Okay, I like it.
Thank you, Vickers. Hello, Peter. And some guys were guessing some more. Vickers says Euphoria. Gerard says Elements. Leon says Elements. So maybe it's one of those. I'll get back to that. Let's play you some videos. Who takes irons off the tees on par 4s? Anyone?
Not me. I don't need that for.
Yaku?
Yeah.
He does on the 90s.
I think to do.
I do sometimes. Depends on the strategical approach of the house. So yes.
Okay, so at Highland Gate, you might get a few of these.
I'm afraid! All right? You want to hear me say it? You want to break me down? All right, I'm afraid. For the first time in my life, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I can relate, yeah.
I'm afraid. That's all I go for. You sit there and you think, yeah, I can't hit driver down there because if I just miss, it's in trouble. And then I take that 4-iron and then I thin it into the shit.
Yeah, exactly. That's the worst feeling ever.
Golf is a lovely game, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It's a very lovely game. Okay, right. Here's another one. How to play like a pro. I really enjoyed this. So we need to put this into practice. So listen carefully. He goes through it quite quickly, but this is how to play like a pro.
This is how you score like a tour pro. You play the 4 par 5s, 4 under par, because we can get to them in 2, which means we're getting it up and down or 2 putting for birdies. We have 6 easy par 4s we're hitting wedges in. We're going to play them 2 unders. We're going to birdie 1/3 of those holes. We got 4 hard par 4s with long irons in. We're going to play them towards the center of the green. We're going to 2-putt. We're going to play them even par. We got 4 par 3s that are 180 yards plus. Same thing. We're going to hit them towards the middle of the green. We're going to 2-putt. We're going to make a par. That'd be 6 under, but we're going to add 2 shots because we're going to make 2 mistakes throughout the round of golf, coming to a total of 4 under. 4 rounds at 4 under, equals 16 under. This year you would have won 14 times on the PGA Tour, including all 3 majors, and finished second 6 times. That's the blueprint to play like a PGA Tour player. Now you got to get out there and practice your skills to be able to do that. Hoffland out.
Easy, ne?
Yeah, very easy. In theory.
Very easy. 6 under, no problem. Jaco, can you do it?
No, I'm hitting greens, but I just need to start sinking some putts. So I think if you shoot 30 putts and less on a round, you're always going to have a good score. I'm averaging between 33 and 34, so I need to work on my putting.
Okay, Fricky, did that help you at all?
No, I missed the greens every time, so I'm kind of screwed on that one.
I can't reach the par 5s, so there goes that idea. I have to chip it close.
In theory, it sounds good until you shank the first one. You're like, okay, plan B.
I like how it allows for 2 bad shots.
Yeah, only 2. Yeah.
Like the other 10
per hole. Yeah.
Okay, boys, Eagle Canyon. Let's talk about Eagle Canyon. How did Eagle Canyon go? First of all, it was like on a Saturday. We had a nice crowd, a nice cheers.
I don't know.
Afterwards, the boys were watching the rugby.
It's okay.
And there's our winner.
Dis bietjie wind vir daai hoor maar.
We see it.
I had to.
You had to. Let's ask you first. You must be one happy chappy.
Yeah, I must say it feels odd. I actually went through my Duckhook history as such, and started with the one with Jaco that he pipped me, and I've had 4 seconds, and at least I think I just held it together enough not to choke. But I think I made Fricky on the range, and I told him, listen, if I get off the first tee today, you guys are in trouble, because I think my last 4 rounds I've dropped a shot literally on the first shot of every hole.
Yeah.
Teed off, and I looked at Fricky. I'm like, gave him the eye. And actually from there, it went awesome, I must say. Yes, it was such a good round. But one of those ball striking days, but an awesome day out.
Let me ask you a quick question. How many Duckhook events have you played? Any idea?
That I do not know how many. That I couldn't calculate, but I know my first one was at Germiston in 2021. So I've played a bunch, but how many I don't know yet.
That's always a good answer when somebody says, how many Duckhook events played? Oh, jeez, I don't know. Plenty. Jaco, you must have played 100 by now.
Yeah, especially last year. No, I think I didn't miss one game, and then I started in 21. So it should be close to 100. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it's more, because if you played all the events last year, that's like 40 odd.
Yeah, it's already 40 odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, plus 30, 70, plus, so it's going to be close to 100. Might be more.
Fricky, have you reached 1,000 yet?
No,
I might have.
Might be 200 though, but not 1,000.
I think I've played a shitload as well. Let's just put it that way. Martin, I'm going to leave it to you to tell us about the top 10. The floor is yours.
Yeah, okay. So Fats and Leon gave me a run for my money. I think if I looked at the scorecard properly, I would have relaxed on the last hole. Instead, I looked at it and I'm like, just keep it together. And I think the last hole I could have bombed out regardless. But Reichardt came in at even par. Grant, new player, came in at +1. Leon, steady. I think he also had 1 or 2 bad holes. Granville came +2. Brendan, +3. Kun Senior came at +3 as well. And George Hunter also +3.
Well done, boys. What was nice, I assume, was getting to the last and knowing, I don't know if you knew it then, but that you didn't even have to finish that hole.
I was at this family show. It was not in a good space, because I was in the rocks and chunking out, and then in the bunker. And as I walked up, I'm like, guys, does this putt matter? And they said no. I'm like, thank goodness. And I think I 2-putted anyway. So I made a point, but yes, it felt like I was leading like 14 shots on that. I just didn't want to stop. But no, I must say, I think the last couple are honestly just nerves. And just keeping it together was a miracle by itself.
As you can see there, 1.1 point. So you almost tried to chuck it away.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice. Anything else spectacular? Talk about the birdie on the second.
Yeah, so I started, like I said, I striped my forehand. I actually took my GPS, hit it like a 231.4 iron, hit it on the green. Werner stuck it really close. That good good mental image to look for. But second hole, just cut the corner slightly. Lucky to miss the trees. But I was on for 2, missed my eagle, basically almost lipped out. On the stroke 1, just pushed it right. My second shot had a little awkward little chippy thing, got on for 2. But from there, the only other highlight was hole 5, that one that you head across the creek. So I took Tiger Line and I smashed it. Had, I think, a gap wedge in, and I still chunked my gap wedge. So I could drive at 327 or 328, which is a really good strike.
Sure.
And duff my gap wedge just short of the water, but on 2 putts. And I think, hole 8, going across, hit a decent shot, just leaked a little bit right, and I just hear this plug sound. Ball gone. So I had to line of entry. So that was the only real mistake. But back nine was really good. I think the stroke 2, I think at that stage the wind was probably the height of the round. So I had a decent drive, like 250 or 260 in. I only had, I think, 160, so I clubbed up and I had an 8 and pushed it right. And I told myself, just don't go right. And what do?
Go right.
Little fade, and I just see it. So I think you played a little video clip. You said, bye, ball. You just see it float. So after that, the par 5, just over for 2, chipped on. Also, again, just missed the eagle putt, got in the birdie. And then on 16, I was very big starting the round. I said, no, I'm going to go for 16. And when I got to the tee box, I'm like, okay, change of game plan, hit an 8 iron. And then from there, it was like, honestly, defensive golf. Made 3 putts. And so the last, 2 holes, I'm not too proud of. But besides that, decent day out for a change.
Okay, well, let's listen to what the other guys had to say who finished on the top, and then we'll rate.
Yes, Monster!
Champion on the Duckhook Tour, can you believe
Finally.
it? How are you feeling?
Oh, awesome, ecstatic. It's such a lucky day. Wind was brutal, but course was almost through to one of the last couple. But I'm glad. I'm so happy. God, it's such a good day out.
How did you get through the wind? It was gusting.
I had one of those ball striking days. New driver in the bag. I think I played at Royal West, but it's running really, really nicely. But striking was good. Chipping was, for a change, actually solid. So happiness.
Tell me, did you follow the live scoring? Do you know what was going on?
I think the wheels fell off on the par 3. Then I said, I looked at the live scoring. It was -5 and Leon, and Fats was -1. And I said, just keep it in. And I barely did it. But
How happy are you right now? Good form going to tour?
Can't believe it. I'm finally coming all together for the tour. So the master plan coming to action.
Well done, well done.
It started off very slow. The wind was terrible the first 9. But it picked up. I think I made 24 points the second 9, which really helped. So couldn't sink the birdie putt at the end, but no, it was a lucky day all out. My putting, I sunk a couple of long putts, so that helped a lot. Can't wait for it. I've never played there, so really looking forward to it.
This course has been tough for me over the years. I think playing with Duckhook today had my best run at this course, I think, since I played it. So went well. Except for the 18th hole, I think I only missed 1 or 2 fairways the whole day, so that helped a lot.
Tell me, the wind, how did you negotiate the wind at some point?
Because I'm from the coast, PE, the wind doesn't bother me that much. So in some holes, the wind actually helped me. And in the hole that's actually quite tough, where I could drive into the wind, actually helped me as well. So the wind actually helped me.
Looking forward to tour, it's almost here.
Oh man, I can't wait. I am so excited. So much so, I'm leaving there earlier to get there in time. So I'm looking forward to it.
Bit of a shaky start, but pulled it back nicely, and it's good to play some decent golf again.
What was the best part of your game today?
I hit a few long irons and a few rescues, which were good. And I actually putted quite well, 28 putts. It's finally the flat blade's coming in.
What was your first day, your first outing like? Did you enjoy your form?
Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, a good bunch of guys. We had a whole lot of fun, and definitely going to be coming back.
Very nice. Nice to see Grant. It was his first time out and played well, and he's already booked for Kyalami and Silver Lake. So enjoying it. Let's do some ratings. First, let me ask Yaku, how did your day go at Eagle Canyon, Yaku?
No, I must say that was really a tough day out on the course, with the wind blowing. The greens was also difficult, especially if you're putting downhill. And I must say there was 2 or 3 difficult pin placements. And that made it difficult for us at the end of the day. It was difficult.
I'm going to agree with you. I fought and I stuck in there. I started on the back 9 and I think I turned a +3. But when I went on to the first 9, I was just unlucky. I had decent shots, but it would just go a bit left and go out of bounds, or just a bit this way and then catch a bad bounce that way. On the first hole, I was 2 meters away from the pin. I putted it and it stopped this high of the cup and rolled off the green.
It was number 1 as well.
So there was 1 or 2 occasions where I hit a drive and the guys were, oh yeah, that's fine, that's okay. So it just compounded itself and it was not great. The wind was unbelievable at one point. Unbelievable. So let's give it a quick rating of difficulty factor first. I'm going to say difficulty factor was a 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I would go with 8.5. I found it very difficult. Putting was good, but I couldn't get to the greens. So 8.5 for me.
Watson.
Yeah, I'll say, mate. Sorry, Yaku, go for it.
No, I must say it was difficult. At least it wasn't as difficult as the British Open with the seniors, with the rain and the wind. So I would compare that to the ultimate. I would also give it about 8.5.
Sure.
Yeah, so I think just judging distance and it's not necessarily the wind. I didn't feel as much. I think I was just hitting the ball nicely. But if you're above the pin down grain, I think that got me on a couple of shots. I also said like a 7 at least.
I would have said -2 for you, eh?
-2. That's my trend by the looks of it. I like -2, no more.
Wimpy says he agrees an 8 of difficulty factor. Is there any more? Anybody else? Ian says a 9. No, it's 8.
No, it's 8 and 7.
It's not 9. It's 8 and 7. Vickers Albert says Martin does not know how many rounds he's played because his wife is watching.
No, never. No, I only play once a month.
Only once a month. G says it's now Mr. Tata. Let's not forget. Anybody else with your difficulty rating? Go for it. Otherwise, course rating. It's tough to judge because in summer it is so good. It's so good. Winter, it was a bit runny, but you can't really take into account it is winter. So I'm going to give it about a 7 out of 10.
Mazza, from my side, I will definitely give it an 8. It's always looking in good nick. I don't really feel that the fairways was bad. The bunkers was pretty solid for me in a sense of that, it's playable. Greens was running through. So, I mean, I would still give it an 8 in these conditions.
Anyone?
Yeah, no, I agree. I'll also give it an 8, 8.5. For me, it's always if the bunker's got a decent amount of sand and the greens have a little bit of grip, I'm quite happy. The fairways you've got to take with a pinch of salt in winter. So, no, 8.5 for me.
Yeah, I would agree with the rest of the panel. For me, it was just the reading of the greens. There was a lot of grain on it. So, for me, that made it a little bit difficult to read the greens.
So, it's a...
No, I would also go with 7.5.
Okay. Brandon says 8 out of 10. Pins were tough and felt like you were always hitting into wind. Yeah, there was a couple of holes that never changed. Difficulty, except the 11th on the hill there. Sure, the wind was pumping. It's downhill and it was pumping. It was like 140 meters. I like just spooked an 8 gap wedge. Went up, poof, and it got there. Because it just...
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that was hectic. Peter says 7.5. Difficulty, very fair for winter. Ian says course 7, rugby box 9, after party 10. I agree 100% with you. Had a 5 for me. Couldn't get out of the water. Let's just give Louis Jensen a shout out. He made his first birdie ever. I can't remember what hole it was. I did see your post on Facebook. So congratulations on your first birdie ever.
Yeah,
maybe you pop up here soon when we go through the rest of the stuff, which we'll do quickly. Here we go. Pins. There it is.
Okay, let me do the pins. We've got the par 3 fourth Airstone by winning Leon Creer. Golfer 8, Mr. Vaughan Williams. That was a par 3 11th. That was pretty close. Par 4 16th, Mr. Vickersley gets a Golf Concepts voucher. And then lastly, again, Mr. Bruce Lee's brother, Vickers, again with the Strixon towel there.
I can tell you why he won all these things, because he was so inspired by beating me that he kept putting it close. But Vickers did play very well. He was very steady. It didn't turn him off. I think he finished +3 in the end. Let's have a look at the 4-ball Alliance. There it is. Nice to see.
Yeah, so we've got Mr. Jamie Sherry, newcomer Grant Finley, Jojo Haman and Sarel Stein. Sarel was very chuffed to win that 4-ball Alliance. That's on -19. Notables, probably the hole number 1 and number 4 with 7 points each.
Yeah, let's just put that in perspective. That was 19. Then second place was 18 under with Leon and Co, Jason Ivans and Eddie Vernon Martin -16. So you guys played all right. I don't see any exceptional scores there except for the 7.
Just had a two bad holes. 2 points, yeah.
Fricky, I don't see your name anyway. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
There you are. 5th, 11 points, but so far behind. Yeah.
We made the first page though, so I'm happy. Thanks,
Farah. Well, there's not much more than a first page. Here we go. Eagle's Claw. If you didn't know what this was, that was the 10th, 11th, 12th, 13th gross. So we thought we'd grab this, and Grant Finley actually did it in even par, birding the 10th and then bogey on the 13th. But that is even. Brian Knutzer. Fricky, well done. You were there.
Yeah, I can't believe it, Nazo, because I mean the first 9 I had like 12 points, and then suddenly I turned with a par and a par again, and at stroke number 2 I actually found my 3rd shot in the water, but just actually put my foot in the water, chunked it out, and made the bogey in it. So yeah, that was a great save for me. But yeah, unfortunately, if I just had to par that one, I would have also been in that Eagle Classic. So, but yeah. It was like
Here's the par 3s, boys. Is any one of us in it? I'll tell you now. Sorrel Stein, well done. Sorrel -3 on the par 3s. George Hunter -2. Gerard Snyman -2. Well done, MG. Glenn Williams -2. Leon Duplessis -2. None of us really out there. Nothing exceptional. Well done, Sorrel Key. Well done, Sorrel.
Well done.
Par 4. I'm looking for the 7-pointer from Louis, wherever that's going to arrive. Marius De La Rey, -3 on the par 4s, 25 points. Geez, he made most of his points just on the par 4s. What else is there? Yo, boys, none of us are featuring here.
Yeah, I haven't featured on any of those.
And you won. So
I don't know.
Surely the par 5s, you must be up there. Let's have a look.
I hope so.
Yeah, kind of -1 on the par 5s. Brian Knutzer on the par 5s, 10 points. And Fats, he had a great start, 10 points, -2. Barry, Bernard, Grant, Jason, Louis, Martin. Okay, lekker. Right, what does it all mean? What do the standings look like? Well, there is a reason our man here in the bottom is on the show, because he's now leading Sunday Series 2. Yaku, there you go. You're now moved up from 2nd to 1st on 200 points. Well done.
Yeah, thank you, Mas. Yeah, I think there was a lot of changes after this event at Eagle Canyon. I just do a couple of looks at what the current standings are. I think for the top 7, there's only 3 points difference. Yes, so now,
can you believe it?
As we know, 3 points is 3 putts over 7 rounds, and there's only 3 rounds left. So this is open for anybody.
Martin, big jump, 13 to 2nd.
Yeah, I'm really happy. I can't remember the other rounds. You know how terrible I am with. I had to focus on remembering this just for the show, but in general, me remembering rounds before, it's quite bad.
Unfortunately, Jan was leading and now is on 8th, but that's because he had missed a round, and he had a terrible round at Eagle Canyon, so that fell out. So Jaco, you did have a bad round, so that you can't really afford another bad round.
Unfortunately, that round of Eagle Canyon did count, so it was 26 points.
Oh, wow.
I think I had a bad one at Wanderers, and that was 21 points, so yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, then you've got a chance.
I can't afford another bad round, so it must be 33 points above to just keep the pace.
Let's just remind everybody what Sunday Series 1 looks like, because it's the end of the month. Gerard Snyman is leading that over Frikkie by 1. And then Graham is there on, 235. So the top 3 are separated by 2 points. I think it's probably going to come down to these 3 guys, unless somebody else has an absolute blinder somewhere, but they're going to have to really have a blinder. So I think the fight is between you 3, Frikkie.
Yeah, Mazo, we would say that, but I know that up to Jan at least, I would say at least 2 with Jan. With 3 rounds left, anything can change. I do think, look, I mean, making 3 points easy per round up, it's quite doable. So I would say the top 5 at least is in contention, in my view.
This is what the player of the season looks like currently. Grant Nell is now leading the player of the season race. Jason has jumped a lot because he's made a lot of ranking points in his last 3 events. So he's right behind him, right behind him, as you can see. Martin, you've jumped from 10th to 3rd with your 550 point haul, and you're also right behind him. If you win the classic, my friend, you are up there. You might take it.
Okay, fine, I'll do it.
Frikkie's there. Well done, Frikkie, in the 100, and then we drop out of the 100 average points. Jaco, you are also in the top 10. Yeah, esteemed company I have here tonight. So well done. We'll keep an eye on this. If you want to know what's happening in the squad challenge, looks like this. Lone Wolves, 11. They still set the benchmark at 1,063. But, Frikkie, look at your team. You got 1 round left. So if you just get over 90 odd, you will go 93, you go top. So you know what to aim for.
Yeah, we actually spoke about it during the week where we said, if we had the ERPM game, which was well over 100, I think it was probably about 110 odd points, we would have been in the lead now. But so we just have to make it up at Kyalami. We've got the full team there. Okay. So, hopefully we can.
Okay, there we are. We've got 3 left. We just need a good 3 rounds and we can make up for it. Guys were asking about this, and I said next year everything is, you feel the water the first time you do it. Next year I will choose the teams. I won't leave it to who wants to be in the squad challenge. Put your hands up, send me a message. Me. Gone. So it will basically be the guys who are playing regularly will make up the teams next year. It will be better. Right, to finish off the show, I want to just quickly go through the knockouts. The team knockouts is underway. Remember, boys, we've got to keep this going because there's a lot of matches still to play. If you're still in the teams and you haven't played your first round, you still got 1, 2, 3 games if you're playing into the final, and time is running out. So we had Dani and Leon move through to the quarterfinals, beating the Bogey Bros. Frikkie, you guys beat Robert earlier. The Happy Hookers are out. That's old news. And then Whiskey and Oros have moved through to the quarterfinals. So, we need 1 more game to be played to get the right side of the draw complete for the round of 16. Let's have a look at the singles. This is how it all looks because Lee beat me 5-3, goes through. Jaco, you are playing Grants at Kyalami, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, you're both in, so you guys are going to play again.
That's news.
Just so you know, Cornell and Donnie are playing at Kyalami as well. Donna Perimal and Andrew. Donna beat him 2-1 in Eagle Canyon. Edward, Peter Zach at ERPM. Graham de Villiers and Hansi might play at Kyalami. Roberts and Ryan will probably play at Kyalami. Let's just go to page 2. Paul Ricketts and Van Lebowski, that needs to get going. Frikkie won on Thursday series, stroke 1. Rudolph and Jason, that will probably happen at Ibotsi. Reigard Viljoen, Louis Jordan will happen at Silver Lakes. and Cyril and Gerard will play at they'll play also at Kyalami. So a lot of single games happening at Kyalami, and then we can move on to this phase, which is the round of 16. This phase, so Vickers is waiting for his partner, and then Gerard Snyman is waiting to see who wins Pool 2. So Dana Permal and Edward Kutsia can get their game going already. And as you can see, this will all fill out once Kyalami. There will only be 1-2 games that will catch up by the end of the month, and then we whack them off. We're into the quarterfinals, semis, and final. Right, and then that is that. What course was that, gentlemen? Here it is.
Well,
you can give me your guesses.
Elements.
I'm gonna maybe guess Legends.
No. Elements is the right answer. Well done, boys.
Yes, I got something.
You got something. Jaco, are you going to say Elements?
Yeah, well, I said somewhere in Limpopo, so
yeah.
I assume it was the coming event in Limpopo, so
yeah,
at least I know how it looks like from the top.
Staying somewhere in Limpopo is like saying there's a crater somewhere on the moon.
Exactly.
Same thing. There was a couple of oaks who said Elements. I can't remember who it was. I'm busy scrolling. Yeah, they are. Gerard said it and Leon said it. Well done. There's another comment coming through. Let me just take this off. Oh, where's this thing? Boom. What's his? Vickers says, did anybody drive the 16th? So if you can answer quickly. No is your answer. No. I don't think anyone.
I think Bobby did, eh?
You think? Oh, did he?
Yeah, Bobby when we were on the 16th, he was like 2 holes in front, and he said he drove the green. So it might be a falsie, but I know that he shouted that he drove it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I heard rumors Fats also drove, but I'm not sure. No confirmation.
I'm clocking the gallop here because Carl says Vickers Alberts drove the water. So Vickers, well done. You drove the water and asked the question at the same time. Right. That's it. I'm happy. Okay, boys. Let's wrap this up. What's happening? We've got a weekend off, and then we're back for a show next Wednesday to preview Kyalami and talk about the Classic again. And then we're off to the Classic. Yay, here we go.
Yeah.
So if you haven't booked your spots, please, for Kyalami, let's get them done, because I know by Monday that course is going to be like we won our 4 balls back. Whatever you don't use, so we need to fill them up, because we don't want to be those people who keep them waiting.
Lekker.
Then how come? Vickers says, I didn't even play. No, I'm confused. Everything is confused. Yeah, okay. Lekker, boys. Thank you for joining us. Again, enjoy Frikky's show tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be on this platform with the ringers and handicap managers.
No.
Enjoy that. Yes.
Not going to happen. Bye, guys.
Okay. Just to leave you.
Did we miss the invite?
Is jy 'n ringer? As jy nie 'n ringer is, het jy die invite gekry nie.
Okay, yeah.
By special invite only.
Yes.
Okay.
And again, it's how many days to go?
14, 15, 14?
14.
13?
14. Verstrek jy